the house? Who's all in the house? Me.
Second officer on scene firing at Jones, who closed the door and backed into the house.
Who's all in the house? Who's all in the house? Me.
Second officer on scene firing at Jones, who closed the door and backed into the house.
Hey, shalom, shalom. All praises be to Yahawah, Sham, Yahawashi, Hashem, Barak, Kadash. Double honors to the apostles, elders, and bishops of GMS that rule well and teach well in sincerity, taught us his truth. And shalom to the Lord's hope for elect, 144,000 men out there, as well as the 1/3 men, women, and children, maintaining yourself in this truth. The foreign Israelite that may look like the heathen amongst the heathen, but is indeed an Israelite. Shalom, Kwam Yasha Allah. All right, to the brothers and sisters out there. So, as you can see, once again, this is Signs of the Times, episode 3 continued. I had to go due to being at the plantation, but I'm going to try to get this one in, get these last couple of videos up. So, man, these guys, Jake's cord or string is running out, man. You know, because why? Because they don't got Yahawah, Hashem, Yahawashi. They don't have patience. They don't know how to endure, right? Part of enduring is maintaining yourself, man, going through this stuff. This dude, man, he wanted, like, he's asking to be took out. Look at this guy, man. All right? You know what I'm saying? Now let's go to Romans 13 chapter, man. Verse 1. Let every soul be subject unto the higher powers, for there is no power but of power, but the powers that be are ordained of power. Whosoever therefore resisteth the power, resisteth the ordinance of Yahawah Hashem Yahawashi, man, power, our true power. And they that resist shall receive to themselves damnation. For rulers are not a terror to good works, but to the evil. Wilt thou then not be afraid of the power? Do that which is good, and thou shalt have praise of the same. For he is the minister of power to thee for good. But if thou do that which is evil, be afraid, for he beareth not the sword in vain. For he is the minister of power of avenger, to execute wrath upon him that doeth evil. Wherefore ye must needs be subject, not only for wrath, but also for conscience sake. Alright, have a little bit of common sense, man. Alright, don't be bucking up against these laws. Okay? If you bucking up against your punishment, you getting punished, you sit in the corner, and you over there talking and murmuring and going against it, and you don't want to stand in the corner no more, then what's going to happen? You're going to get your ass whooped, man. For this cause pay ye tribute also, for they are powers ministers, attending continually upon this very thing. Render them therefore to all their dues, tribute to whom tribute is due, custom to whom custom, fear to whom fear, honor to whom honor. Alright, what did Yahawashi say about taxes, man? Give unto Caesar what is Caesar. This money, it got Edomite heads on it. It ain't ours. You trying to hold on to the money? You trying to hold on to these houses and things like that? This ain't, none of this stuff is ours, man. It's their nation. It's their kingdom. All right? Get them what they require, what they asking for. Taxes, property taxes, car taxes, registrations, license fees, whatever it be, man. They want that, give it to them. It's not yours. We slaves down here. We know our reward is coming, man. Okay? We have much, much, much greater things coming for us than this little piece of land that we got down here. Okay? So, learn to be subject to these people, but, hey, maintaining yourself and your strength is in Yahawah Hashem Yahawashi. Alright? And Jake, as we see Jake going crazy, man. Because they don't understand, man, that the name of Yahawah Hashem Yahawashi is a strong tower. The righteous runneth into it and is safe. That gun, that blinky is not going to save you, man. As King David said, "For I will not trust in my bow, neither shall my sword save me. But thou hast saved us from our enemies, and have put them to shame that hated us." If you trust in Yahawah Ba'ashem Yahawashi, the cops and things like that, they're gonna get put to shame. Man, at the plantation today, I was delivering a package, right? And I'm pulling up on these construction guys, and I pulled up, I parked, I pulled the package out, and I'm saying, excuse me, sir, excuse me. These three dudes clearly see me. One of them looked at me, and he just kept talking to the dudes, right? And I'm like, I ain't getting whatever. I ain't getting flustered or nothing. They Edomites, all right? They probably got some. I'm from the South, so racism is I know how to deal with it, whatever. So I just said, excuse me again, and a dude off in the distance sees me over there, and I guess he know these three dudes is assholes or whatever. So he comes over, and we chop it up. He's pretty cool and all that, and he takes the package. He's like, okay, yeah. I explained to him that this is his package. It was incorrectly delivered to me, right? So boom, I give it to him, and he takes it and cool. Have a nice day, and I'm up out of there. I ain't got to deal with these three dudes. Probably never see them again. Or if I do, so what? I already know what it is with them, right? So I'm not going to be around them to create an issue because they obviously don't deal with my kind, okay? But guess what? Thou hast saved us from our enemies and have put them to shame that hated us. What I said when I drove away was wait till captivity. I bet you're going to respond to me then. I bet you're going to acknowledge me then. We know, man, Yahawah Ba'ashem Yahawashi gonna give us that vengeance. He gonna bring that upon these dudes, man. And they gonna be subject to us. So we subject to them right now. Soon they gonna be subject to us. Right? So, I'm gonna play this one more time, then we're gonna move on to the next video.
Who's all in the house? Who's all in the house? Me.
Just stupid, man. Alright? That is not even needed. If you trust in Yahawah Ba'ashem Yahawashi, that's not needed. It's better ways. Alright? Like they say, man, there's multiple ways to skin a cat. Okay? Trusting in carnal means, going at Esau, Edom, that ain't it. It's not gonna work. Alright? Let's keep it going. Going on. The government in Bangladesh has been overthrown. The Prime Minister's palace has been stormed. Protesters are filming themselves, looting the palace and eating the Prime Minister's food in her kitchen. And this is August 5th, 2024. This was yesterday. All right. So, what is this? Uproars of the people. Okay? Yahawah Ba'ashem Yahawashi spoke about this. Uproars. It's in the Apocrypha, I believe so. It's in the Apocrypha, I know. Uproars of the people. Matter of fact, let's go find it. And I believe it's in 2nd Esdras. 2nd Esdras 9:3. Therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world. It's common these days for it to be earthquakes, over 20, 30 earthquakes a day. All right? You can check the stats. So, it's very common. And the uproars, you got uproars in France, Paris, you got uproars in, like we say, Bangladesh, the UK. Okay? Man, the UK they going at it because the migrants are coming in. UK protesting migrants. Right? This is 42 minutes ago. Rioters carry out violent racist attacks across several British cities. What happened and what comes next? Because of these migrants. They're letting migrants come into the land, the UK land, and the people ain't standing for it. So it's sedition amongst men. They're going against the government. All right, let's read this. Let's read a little bit of this. Riots have swept Britain over recent days, and more outbreaks of far-right anti-immigrant violence are feared this week, leaving the new UK government scrambling to control the worst disorder in more than a decade. Police officers were injured in Plymouth on Monday night as angry crowds descended on the coastal city in southwest England. The latest outbreak of violence came after crowds of far-right agitators set fire to hotels housing asylum seekers over the weekend in two cities, leaving those inside trapped and terrified, while throngs of rioters in other cities damaged public buildings and clashed with police, throwing objects at officers and smashing their vehicles. Okay? So basically you can see they're not going for that. They're not going for that. So what's going on in Bangladesh is similar to what's going on over there. What's going on in Venezuela, right, is similar, right? If brothers know about that. Okay, the people are rioting. The people are going against the government. How long before that comes to Babylon the Great? Okay? It's just Babylon the Great, man. These people are so sheepish. They can't understand really what's going on. But trust me, they getting ready. These Proud Boys is getting ready. And these Negroes that, as you seen in the first video, they don't want to, they don't trust in Yahawah, Sham, Yahawashi. They getting ready with their weapons, things of that nature. So let's keep it going, man.
Because everything about Kamala Harris rollout, it's phony and it's fake. Did you see when President Obama and Michelle called? Did you see? Hello? Yes. Who is this? Oh, this is Michelle and Barak. Oh. So surprised to hear. They got 4 cameras in front. Oh. I'm so surprised. It's on speakerphone. Listen, we just want to congratulate you on destroying Joe Biden. I mean, on winning the... Hey, is Joe Biden gonna... Was that the phoniest phone call you've ever seen? How do you think, Dan? What do you think? Dan Muser, great congressman. What do you think? Was that a phony phone call? You wouldn't do it. You wouldn't get away. In your district, you wouldn't get away with it, would you? Because everything...
Hey, at this point, man, it's just... it's comedy to me, man. Watching Trump go at Kamala, etc., etc. This whole politician thing is hilarious. All right, we don't trust in no king that's, not of an Israelite background, Israelite nation, and our king is Yahawashi at the end of the day. So, if you're trying to make yourself the king, Bishop Nathaniel or whoever, right, and those that follow these guys, you obviously don't study the scriptures. Our king is Yahawashi. That's the one that saved us. That's the one that's bringing salvation. That's the one that's standing in the gap. Okay? So this is nothing more than really Psalms 83, Psalms 64. Alright? And let's start at 2. For lo, thine enemies make a tumult, and they that hate thee have lifted up the head. They have taken crafty counsel against our people and consulted against our hidden ones. Understanding this, brothers and sisters, that the left and the right, the Democrats and the Republicans, are both at us. Whoever gets in their office, they at our neck. So it doesn't matter about your little vote. Right? What have they said? They have said, come and let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Yasha may be no more in remembrance. For they have consulted together with one consent. They are confederate against thee. The tabernacles of Edom, and the Ishmaelites of Moab and Hagarenes, Gabal and Ammon and Amalek, the Philistines and the inhabitants of Tyre, Assur, also is joined with them. They have hope in the children of Lot, Salah. Do unto them as unto the Midianites, as to Sisera, as to Jabin, at the brook of Kishon, which perished at Endor. They became as dung for the earth. And Yahawah has what, man? The fowls of the air. Right? What do you say? It's a great feast. Salakia. Revelations. I want to find it. I gotta find it. I can't remember it right now. Right here, yeah. All right, Revelation 19, and let's start at 20. And the beast was taken, and with him the false prophet that wrought miracles before him, with which he deceived them that have received the mark of the beast, and them that worshipped his image. These both were cast alive into a lake of fire burning with brimstone. And the remnant were slain with the sword of him that sat upon the horse, Yahawashi, which sword proceeded out of his mouth, and all the fowls were filled with their flesh. All right, and that ain't even the verse I wanted, but that'll do, because that's what's going to happen. Yahawah Yahawashi is going to let the birds partake and eat up the flesh of these men, man. And let's see if I can find it. I know it's in Revelations. Right, yeah, this actually was a couple scriptures down. And I saw an angel, Revelations 19:17, and I saw an angel standing in the sun, and he cried with a loud voice, saying to all the fowls that fly in the midst of heaven, come and gather yourselves together unto the supper of the great power. All right, so birds will feast in the valley of Jehoshaphat and in Babylon. Right? Birds will feast, man, on the bodies. You will be as dung on the earth, food for buzzards, vultures, ravens, crows, eagles, right? All type of birds, unclean birds, man. As we know, Babylon will be a nest for all unclean spirits, desert animals, desolation, man. That's what it's going to be. Okay? So, it doesn't matter what side you on, Republican, Democrat. It doesn't matter. It's not going to work. All right? Don't align with them. All right? They hand in hand to join evil, man. Don't join evil. Don't join the hands with the evil, or you're going to go down with them, man. And these false prophets as well. Okay? Let's keep it going.
What is the difference between a woman that wants to be a wife versus a woman that just wants a husband?
Oh, you know what? I think most of us are bred to just want a husband. Whereas to be groomed and trained to be a wife means to understand how to respect masculine energy, how to truly be inside of your feminine, which means trusting the leadership of your partner, because feminine chooses certainty. Feminine doesn't choose flow, because feminine is flow, right? Feminine energy. We choose to understand that it is our biggest opportunity to seek out the needs of a man without him expressing them. I think a beautiful opportunity for us to empower that man and ride through the storms. I feel like we live in a weak generation where things get hard and people immediately are like, oh, I quit. This is too hard. And that's like, it's never going to hinder you the result you want. If you keep quitting, it's to be groomed as a wife means it's compassion. It's longevity. That's where marriage starts.
What is...
Hey, man, came to mind. I was riding down the street the other day, me and wifey, and we was listening to Be Without You by Mary J. Blige, man. She said in that song, it was a good song, man. Grandma always said, thick or thin, right or wrong, all day after day. You know what I'm saying? You don't leave. You don't leave. So what? You don't leave. You don't leave that man. You don't cheat on that man. You don't go and mess with another man. You don't. That's how it was, right? I saw my grandma, stay with my granddad over until he perished. That was last year, shoot. Like, that was the way to be with a man for that long. You don't leave, right? And now let's go to 1 Corinthians, because what she was saying is basically, you're right, you flow with that man. All right, 1 Corinthians 11, chapter 3rd verse. But I would have you know that the head of every man is a Mashiach, and the head of the woman is the man, and the head of a Mashiach is power. So that's your guidance. That man is guiding you, women. The head of the woman is the man, and he's getting his guidance from Yahawashi. All right? So that's the order. If man can't get in order with simple just coming to camp and, listening to the elders, tapping in, from time to time, you can't do that, then you got to order. Can't tap in with the brotherhood. That's important, man. So these type of order things are set up by Yahawah Yahawashi to help us. To not to hinder us, to help us. What would be the, what's wrong with tapping in with brothers that's like-minded, just like you? All right? Like I said, like I did a video, and speaking to myself first and foremost, man, I did a video talking about got to get out your own way, right? We always got to get out our own way, because sometimes we be in our own way thinking and having certain thoughts and feelings and things like that when it don't even be like that, And that's the thing about communication, all right? A marriage is built, that foundation has to be proper and true communication, right? Or it's not going to work out. All right? So that woman had it correct, man. And matter of fact, I'm going to just call this Signs of the Times episode 4, because we touching on a lot of different subjects than the last one. But let's finish it up. I think I got one more.
I had an older lady tell me a real man is not going to be ruled by a woman. Don't go down the path of expressing criticism, disapproval, and an ultimate lack of acceptance for your husband because it may cause rebellion. She's telling the truth. A real man is not going to allow himself to be a pushover to the woman he has chosen. Men with their sense of manhood and integrity and dignity intact have this innate desire and need to not be subdued and walked over. A real man is not going to be ruled by his wife. It insults his sense of manhood. Women who have succeeded in breaking their husbands such that their husbands allow their wives to rule over them, those are ultimately men who they find themselves no longer attracted to.
And those are not real men. Simp ass, sissy ass men. And your woman break you down, all right? At the end of the day, man, she wearing the pants in the house, and everybody can see it. That's embarrassing, You do not need to allow your woman to rule over you, man. What the fuck? Honestly. Now, that doesn't mean you rule your house like a lion. We always say that, right? But you got that last say. Yeah, if you pick your woman and, you value her opinion, of course, man, y'all talk things out, right? Et cetera, et cetera. But at the end of the day, that's your household. It's gonna go the way you lead it. You pulling the reins. With a horse, you got reins. You pulling those reins. Left, right, back, forth. You doing that. You guiding it. And women are attracted to that. Real men. When she get put in a fucking place, she attracted to that. Alright? You asking her, hey babe, you gonna give me something tonight? Like, what the fuck is that? No, women is attracted to men, but you just go and, boy, that's yours. And hey, man. I'm saying, if she can put you on the couch, that ain't your house. The fuck? I'm telling you, bro, just, hey, women like being controlled. Women like that order. Just basically through DNA, they like that order. They don't like no soft-ass man. That's the man they gonna manipulate and abuse and cheat on and committing adultery. That's the man they gonna do that with. Fling you every which way, man. And this is speaking from being in the world, and especially being in the Bay Area, where all these women do is hoe and pimp, right? And having to learn a couple times, not to trust no hoe. You know what I'm saying? Just for real, man. So you gonna learn from experience, or you ain't never gonna learn. You just gonna keep getting thrown around. To the woman, is it women or woman that liveth, water. 1 Timothy 5:6, but she that liveth in pleasure is dead while she liveth. Meaning, you not watching over her, you not, guiding her. She just doing what she want to do. That's pleasure. She don't got nobody. She don't. How is that a possession? She just free balling. She just free, free roaming. She doing what she want to do. She ain't listening to you. Ain't no authority being put over her. She's absorbing authority over you. She's ruling over you. You can't look in the mirror and be like, yeah, I run this shit. You don't run shit. You know? Oh, yeah, this guy, man. Alright, look at this bullshit. Let's get to this.
Zeus himself, strike me down if I'm lying. Hey, didn't strike me, no. Zeus himself, strike me down if I'm lying. Hey, didn't strike me, no.
Hey, and we seen it before. You don't play with the Most High. Alright, his name is not Zeus. His name is not Osiris or Set or Ra or, you know, Lord Shiva or Buddha or Muhammad or Allah. None of that. Alright? You know, and this could be fake. I believe it to be fake. I believe it to be fake.
Zeus himself,
You know, but a typical Edomite playing around, thinking he's funny. Alright? And y'all gonna get it. Isaiah, what is it, man? And Salaki, I didn't really plan these scriptures beforehand, but and this one, I know this one is really pertaining to Israelites, but I'll bring it out anyway. But where are thy gods that thou hast made thee? Let them arise, if they can save thee in the time of thy trouble. For according to the number of thy cities are thy gods, O Judah. And it was one in Isaiah I wanted to get as well. But, you know, that's solid. You can keep that because that's basically a precept of it. Alright. And like I'm saying, that was for Israel. But according to you heathens as well, your gods, your Zeus, all that shit ain't gonna save you. Okay? You call on it. Call on your Jesus Christ. That's Greek mythology as well. That's not going to save you. Okay? Atheists, call on whatever. Science, call on science. It's not going to save you, man. All right? We're going to be sitting back here laughing, man, looking at you. The Lamb and the holy angels. Right? That's speaking about the brothers, the Halalyam. That's speaking about us as well. Messengers, angels. Right? So, they're going to be like, yeah, Zeus didn't save his ass. Right? Calling on Zeus, getting lightning bolts just put up on you, man. Already, teeth of wild beasts will be set up on these guys. Alright, I'm gonna let this one go. I'm gonna let this one go. Hey, do not tempt Yahawah Shem Yahawashi. Okay? And me, myself, I have been camping before. But more so in a controlled environment. You know, these guys seem to be out there and just out of nowhere. And that one in the parking lot, how can you even mess with that? It's in the parking lot. The bear just can't. You have certain cities, you know, up there in Canada and Alaska and things like that where bears may roam freely. Colorado, I wouldn't live in those areas. But the teeth of wild beasts will bring upon vengeance. These are spirits created for vengeance. Yahawah Shem Yahawashi is going to use whatever he sees fit to bring vengeance upon this place. And ultimately, the nukes is going to handle this place. So, keep thinking that he's not real and that he doesn't judge every single day. He's going to bring forth judgment. And he's going to handle it. Alright? that's once again going back to the first video of Jake with the blinky. You know, we don't have to use no weapons, man. Yahawah Ba'ashem Yahawashi has so everything around us is a weapon. He could use a vehicle. He could use a plane. He could take a plane that just took off and had a pilot unalived or whatever. I saw this video where the pilot unalived mid-flight and the co-pilot had to fly the thing the rest of the way. You know, these type of things. He could have that plane. He had both of them unalived because the V scene, you know, and then that plane come falling down and blowing you up. You know? You don't know how Yahawah Ba'ashem Yahawashi could bring you out. You know, it's more than 1,000 ways to die. It's definitely more than 1,000 ways to die. Alright? So, hey, with that being said, this has been the Sign of the Times, episode 4. You know, and I hope it was very edifying through the spirit and power of Yahawah Ba'ashem Yahawashi. Alright, so, Halalyam La, Yahawah Ba'ashem Yahawashi, Ba'ashem Ka HaKadash. Double honors to the apostles, elders, and bishops of GMS. Now, rule well and teach well and sincerely tell us this truth. And shalom to the hopeful elect. Shalom, you brothers and sisters. Kwam Yasha Allah, as always, Abba Baba. Shalom.